Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning in to the day's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. Ooh, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you. I want to welcome my new subscribers. I think it was just a month ago I was celebrating 10,000 new subscribers, and now we're over 13,000. So happy that you're all here. Thank you so much for showing up for these readings. This is a collective, co-creative experience, so I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, what's hidden? Thank you. Oh, there's a lot hidden. All right. Outcome and advice. Thank you. Oh, alrighty. Let's get to your reading. In the past, we have sacrifice, the hanged man, the hanged woman, the hanged person. So I'm getting that in the past, this is how you were raised, that you were to sacrifice yourself. Feels like you were raised to be a people pleaser, to not have any needs or wants. It feels like maybe in the family of origin there's parentification, where your parents centered their experience, their feelings and emotions, and everybody had to center them. Or there's one person in the family. Feels like that's affected how you perceive yourself, how you perceive the world, and your role in the world. You should have no needs, no desires. There's a real restriction on your throat chakra. You're not allowed to ask for things, have feelings, jeez, have desires. Yeah, you were meant to carry the burdens, everyone else's burdens, is what I'm getting. Feels like you do a lot of the emotional labor. What's interesting is you have quite a light about you. There's this, it feels like you are very unique, but also have a lot going for you. Very capable type of energy that I'm perceiving, but different than this family of origin. This is such a great illustration of the Wheel of Fortune. And there's just kind of these weird energies. I'm not saying that you are a lizard or a dog. I'm saying that there's something about you that feels like you have a lot of capabilities, a lot of luck going for you. So I'm getting this picture of you're someone that's having to sacrifice themselves, very burdened, carrying everybody's burdens. There's something about, it feels like you're also the scapegoat, that you don't fit in, but you also, despite all this, are able to create a lot of luck for yourself in this environment where you're not supposed to have this much success. And I get the feeling there's a resentment of you. Feels like someone in this environment wants to break your spirit because you don't fit in. You really have to abandon yourself to be in this environment, this type of environment. It looks like at some point there's a recognition that you can't find fairness, you can't find care, you can't find love, loving, caring energy in this environment. It looks like you're tired of abandoning yourself and you are willing to go at it alone or figure things out on your own. This family of origin has painted quite a belief structure, pictures that without them you can't succeed. There might be a religion, or this feels like very dogmatic, very controlling family. It almost feels like a cult. It might be a cult for some of you, but a cult of family. There's something here about you finding a lot more luck outside of this family dynamic. Anything else in the past? Again, Hanged Man, sacrifice. Oh, so when you left the family of origin, you still have those pictures of sacrifice. You didn't heal from the original and people pleasing. Your role is to give, to require nothing, to do all the heavy lifting. So you might have left the environment of the family of origin, but you took your belief systems with you. And so I'm guessing that you repeated this pattern of how you show up in relationships to others. So you might have left an intolerable environment, but not changed the belief systems, people pleasing, scapegoat, whatever your story and beliefs are, and gone on into other friendships, relationships, and repeated the same thing. All right, in the current energy, we've got Six of Swords moving on. Balance reversed. That's Justice reversed. And Ace of Wands. Passion ignited. Okay, moving on. Definitely feels like you're moving away from this past way of relating. But there's some type of imbalance, or you're impatient. No, this is justice, an injustice. There's something, some type of imbalance in the thinking. Let's figure this out, shall we? What do we need? Thank you. Justice in reverse again. All right. My attention has been got. Okay. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of out of whack thinking here. A lot, little fire, a little passionate, out of balance. Feels like you bring this energy of moving on, moving away from this imbalanced way, this injustice way of... I get the feeling there's someone in the environment, in your environment, very deceptive, very manipulative, their way or the highway. They see things this way, and therefore they are that way. Feels like this person comes in with, it's like softens, comes in very sweet and kind, so you let your guard down so they can get into your energy, and then they create this injustice. Then they try to control, try to create, sow seeds of deception, of manipulation, of doubt. It looks like you're not paying attention. Looks like you've turned your back on these energies. If you're in this Queen of Pentacles energy, it looks like you're focusing on something in front of you. Focusing on what you're creating. You feel very grounded, very stable, very abundant. It's that focus. I get the feeling injustice is coming out twice in this energy because you're very focused on what you want. And whoever this is, they're unable to get you to stop focusing on what you're creating, stopping. They don't want you to move on. They don't want you to have desires of your own. Yeah, there's a lot of energy of coming in and trying to pull your focus on what they think is important, whoever this is, and get you out of balance, get you wounded. Okay. If this is your reading, in the past, this family of origin and possibly relationships after the family of origin, still in that hanged man, self-sacrifice, people pleaser, sacrifice everything, over-giving, no boundaries, no wants and needs, support character is what I'm getting, what has been put upon you, that something is defective about you, that you don't fit into the family system. You've tolerated a lot of abuse, neglect. So it looks like in this current energy, you're focusing on your stability, security. You've moved on from this way of being. You're no longer showing up as the hanged man. So you have adopted no matter what your family and these people have projected onto you, you've cleared that off. You don't see yourself in that light anymore. You're not that version of yourself. And it feels like these people, you're just not allowed in their belief system to change from a support character to success, to independence, to someone focused on what they want and what they desire and making it happen. So it feels like there are people who don't like that you have taken the yoke off and you're creating for yourself. There's something here about you shouldn't be able to do that. Not with their belief systems about you. And it feels like they're trying to come in and say something to wound you, to get you to pull your focus, to stop succeeding. And it just doesn't feel like it's affecting you. It feels like these people can't perceive you other than how their projections of you. It's not, I don't feel like this is something that you're doing incorrectly. It just feels like you cannot be clearly perceived in this environment that you're in. All right, let's look at what's hidden. We have a ton of stuff came out in what's hidden. Wow, Ace of Cups. Definitely. It feels like in the environment you were raised in, and then subsequent environments where you were running off those same programs, that was not love. I feel like people told you that's love. This is love. And you thought, oh, okay, well, love. This is what love is. That's not love. Making people work for your love, neglecting people, centering your feelings and experiences, and making people less than, hierarchy, patriarchy. This is not love. It looks like you have shown yourself what love is. You are in the process, or you do love yourself. Not in just, I love myself, so I make sure I've got baths and massages. That's fantastic, but loving yourself also is I love myself enough to create healthy boundaries, to heal from my past. I love myself, and I'm taking responsibility for the wounds. Even if I did not cause those wounds, it is my responsibility to heal from those wounds, to love myself enough to heal from them, to not be in environments with people who do not care for me, who do not understand me, do not perceive me. I find that very loving. So sometimes self-love is difficult to create healthy boundaries, maybe when you've had enmeshed relationships and you've never asserted a boundary, a healthy boundary. So that's in what's hidden. Wow. 6 of Pentacles. Material and spiritual prosperity, indeed. I don't know why this might be for some of you. This image of the 6 of Pentacles, I thought of Mr. Darcy. It feels like someone is investing in you because you're investing in yourself. You're now showing people how you want to be treated by how you respect yourself. How you show up is informing others of how you want to be treated. It feels like finances are going really well. Wow. Okay, we've got some chakras here. We've got sacral chakra, throat chakra, base chakra in reverse. All right, class. So let's just start. Let's start at the base chakra. Base chakra in reverse. So base chakra is the seat of energetic energy. It's where you're sitting. It's in between your hips. This center, energetic center, deals with your physicality, your body, your 3D. And with that base chakra reversed, it looks like there's been a lot of instability and insecurity. A lot of limitations on how you're allowed to show up in the 3D physically. It feels like you've been fighting these beliefs your whole life. You're not allowed to go for and create what you want. These were the blocks. It feels like you've cleared or are clearing these blocks that I'm discussing. That you're not allowed to be who you want to be. That you don't have permission. That's what the beliefs, limiting beliefs that I'm tuning into. Looks like you're like letting go of that. I can create whatever I want. Nobody can tell me who I am. Nobody can tell me what I can and can't do. Feels like you're taking control of your base chakra, clearing those blocks. Doesn't feel like that is very acceptable in this family dynamic. Feels like that's there's a lot of negative response to this. People who can't have your success because it messes with their own belief systems. It's weird that your success somehow affects you're not taking anything of theirs to have your success, but it doesn't compute with their limited belief system that you gave yourself permission to create what you want. And speaking of that, we've got sacral chakra. So sacral chakra is down here below your belly button, behind your belly button. It is maybe a little lower. It's the source of creation, creative power. It deals with your creative, physical creative organs. You have taken this back. I can create whatever I want. I don't have to create what these people say. You have taken control of your sacral and taken away the limitations and you're deciding what you want to create. You've stepped into main character energy here. I love this. You've stepped into main character energy. You're creating what you want. And throat chakra. So right where it says it is. Oh, you're speaking truths too. That doesn't sound like this family situation likes truth talkers. People who talk, maybe that's part of the problem that your family of origin had with you, is you're speaking the truth. Feels like this family there's been people around you who don't like your truth, who have tried to create injustices by throwing a lot of lies about you. Maybe saying that you're a liar to protect the truth protect themselves from what they've done to you. It feels like these people have felt very comfortable in poor treatment of you because they expected you to always stay in that defeated sacrifice position. So now that you've got a clear throat chakra, you're creating what you want. You're clearing or have cleared, and you're creating what you want in your 3D, and you're showing up as you want in the 3D. It doesn't... It just doesn't go with their belief systems at all. It feels like they also... It feels like in the past you were going with it to some extent, agreeing with your lot, with your plot in this family. You were behaving as they projected onto you. Maybe disagreeing, but it feels like you couldn't escape from that. Now there's something about... This feels like Flowers for Algernon or the movie Limitless, where you take someone who's in a a position not as intelligent. Go with me on this. There's something that you have elevated, an intelligence, and you can speak your mind, and that... It feels like is exactly what they tried to block you from, being able to speak truths about their treatment of you, how they treat you, how they treated you in the past, and it looks like how they continue to treat you. Wow. Fertility. You definitely, this is a divine feminine energy. Doesn't mean that's your gender. It means you are tuned into your divine feminine. Creating what you prefer. So it looks like you've taken everybody else's beliefs out of it and you're focusing on what you want. This is in what's hidden. Feels like you've healed from some type of emotional loss. And it also feels like you're unapologetic about how you're showing up, who you are. You're not giving other people the power of how you perceive yourself. How you see yourself is the only important thing here that I'm perceiving is how you perceive yourself. You're no longer asking this peanut gallery, how am I appearing? Do you care about me? Am I okay? 12:12 on the clock. Feels like you fired the peanut gallery, and at the end of the day, it's how you feel about yourself. So you're not interested, really. You're just focusing on self-love, on building this amazing material and spiritual prosperity for yourself. It's wonderful. All right. In the outcome and advice, we've got power in reverse. This is the strength card. There's an insecurity that I'm tuned into. Someone who's very insecure. This family, and anybody in that type of energy where they need someone to stay in a role. These are very insecure energies. They lack any confidence, and so they control and manipulate the people in their environment. These are people who haven't faced their fears, who don't have an inner confidence. What do we need to know about power in reverse? And I feel like these people have lost their power of control over you. They don't have any power over you. You're no longer insecure, and they can't play on your insecurities. You're looking very stable. It looks like you're separating from anybody who's operating in this insecure way. Someone who can't match you and meet you at confidence. Instead they need to bat people down, keep people limited. Because that's exactly what's going on. It looks like you are elevating, doing well, loving yourself, getting out of this environment and succeeding, having a glow up, creating what you prefer. And that means you've changed. You've done the hard work. You're facing your fears, so you've got this inner confidence. And instead of learning by example and being like, gosh, I want to be confident as well. I want to have this for my journey. Instead, they pull you down and try to get you back into that small version of yourself, because then they don't have to change. If nobody is capable of changing and having success, then they don't have to change. They just block others. It looks like you're tired of this. Wow. Strength card in reverse again. Queen of Swords in reverse. I love these. I love multiple cards. It's like I meant it when I said it. So it feels like there's a relationship where you picked maybe a partner that was very insecure. And so they didn't want a partnership. They wanted to control you. And then there's this toxic feminine energy here. Who's also insecure. This feels family of origin. This could be a mother, a family member, maybe a sister. Feels like grandmother. Feels like that's what they've been practicing, insecurity, their insecurities, their fears. So the opposite of love is not hate, it's fear. And so this is not love. This is not a loving environment. This is not a loving activity to center your feelings and make everybody uplift you and placate to your. It's interesting because in these environments, people are letting the lowest common denominator in the environment set the tone, set the frequency and the energy. And so it's just really insecure environments. I'm wondering if you felt in around these people that I'm describing a dysregulated nervous system. Because it's just instead, it just doesn't even make common sense to allow someone to be the head of the family, to set the tone, the energy, the belief system, and they're weak in the mind, they're insecure. So it makes everybody, because of some position that they have, that they're the oldest person in the family, they have the most money, whatever that is, it feels like there's something here around recognizing that people who are insecure deal in fear and control. It's not a loving environment. It's controlling and manipulative. Thank you. Devil, Seven of Swords. This is toxic environment. This is codependency. They don't want anyone to be independent and free thinking and following their own desires. They need everyone to toe the line. Even if that means that you can't find success, that they prefer that. They don't want you to find happiness, love, and success because it doesn't fit in their belief systems, how they view you. And so they would prefer that you fit in how they perceive you than be happy and create. It's a way of thinking. I think you're seeing this. And there's also a message here about being tactical, saying less. You're not going to change these people's minds. You're not going to enlighten them. You're not their medicine. It feels like the less you connect with these energies, just see, I clock, not even judging. I'm getting like, I recognize, I see clearly, and I'm making decisions based on the clarity. I don't need to see if everybody else agrees with how I'm seeing things and if it's okay how I'm perceiving. I'm seeing it this way, and I'm making decisions based on what I'm seeing. So, whew. All right, I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day.